Okay, so I gotta clean my lens off. I have silver paint all over my camera. So a lot of people are like, oh my God, you just painted your John Deere tractor and your John Deere skid steer with silver paint. That's okay, I don't care. It'll come off with some paint thinner or whatever. Anyway, it's no big deal. It's okay, guys. It isn't gonna hurt anything. But anyways, I'm standing here in front of this baler, my Krone baler, my new Krone baler. Power takeoff shaft, I've got it laying there like a floppy cock because it doesn't, I don't understand this, but this thing here, I'll show you. What's the point in that? Can anybody tell me what the point in that is? I mean, come on. I mean, this is kind of funny. This is the dumbest thing I've encountered. I've got it all the way in now, too. There it is. I know if I take the front half of the power takeoff shaft off, it will set down in there. But that just strikes me as funny. It's like, huh. They even folded it over on this one so that it wouldn't, cut into the shield. But whatever. That's kind of silly. All right, so, you're probably thinking, oh, great, he's going to talk about his baler again. Well, I guess I can. I mean, I don't have to, but I guess I can. It's always good to talk about your baler if you've got it to talk about. What I really want to talk is about calculated risk. Calculated risk. Now, there's a lot of guys out there, there's a few guys out there that are, just eager to spend money and just, that's it. I'm buying a big baler and the work will come to me, which is not me. I need to find a tripod for this thing. Maybe I'll just sit you right here. Okay, maybe that'll work. Maybe not. Let me see. Yeah, no. How about that? Is that okay? No, that's not good. Wait a minute. I could do it this way. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So I'm probably going to be editing a little bit. Okay, so calculated risk. I wasn't going to spend any money this year on new equipment at all. Not a dollar. I had pretty much made up my mind that 2019 was going to be a recovery year for a very difficult year in 2018. And when I say difficult year, I mean it's a difficult year. I will have my bills paid when I'm done. When I'm done. I'm just in the same boat as everybody else. Bad weather, bad weather, bad weather, bad weather, bad weather. And right now, if I open up the door, I could look into the sky and get water in it because it is raining. It's raining again. So, yeah. So I've actually caught some flack for purchasing this particular baler, and I hate these things. You see this? This is a spring, and it's supposed to hold this mud flap down, but if you forget to disconnect it or unclip it, you stretch the spring and it's junk. So, and I don't care. I'll just take that thing off of there in a minute. But anyway, yeah, calculated risk. I wasn't going to buy anything, wasn't going to spend any money, but then an opportunity came to me, was presented to me. I didn't really go looking for it, but when it was presented to me, it took me all of about 10 minutes to decide that, you know what, this could be something good. I'm already equipped, well equipped to do the job that I do. I'm probably over-equipped in some areas and under-equipped in other areas. So with the amount of hay acreage that I do cover, which is over 3,500 acres once, and then I try to get over half again, as a little more than half again. So 3,500 acres turns into 5,500 acres very quickly, which really on a normal average year isn't really a big deal. It's actually pretty easy to do to cover the ground with one baler. But right now we are approximately 20 inches above average for the year. I don't know how long this water's been sitting here. Maybe I'll get Giardia before I'm done. It tastes good though. We're about 20 inches above average for the year, and we still have about 28, 29 days of this month, whether it's a 30 or 31 day month, I can't remember. Let's see. Yeah, so anyway, with that being said, this opportunity presented itself to me, and I said, yeah, I'll be able to do it. What's the, what is the requirement, and what is the ceiling? You know, where's the ceiling? There's a ceiling to everything, and what you do. The ceiling for this is, you know, they actually asked me what I would be willing to produce, and I said, well, as much as possible, but that's not what they were asking. I asked them, I said, well, will I be able to run 2 balers down there? And they said, well, yes, you certainly can. How much can you produce with 2 balers in 6 weeks if the material is already laid out on the ground and ready to go? And I said, well, real easily, 30,000 bales. And he said, okay. You know, the guy that was offering me this deal was like, okay, 30,000 bales. So 30,000 bales through these machines in 6 weeks' time is not that hard. I'm going to explain a little bit as to an average day with one of these balers in my size fields and what it takes me to get that hay, because we're talking hay on my side, but that is a straw account. To get that much hay through this baler, I have to mow it, I have to ted it, maybe if it's damp out, I have to ted it. Then I have to rake it, and I have to wait for it to dry, maybe, and then I can bale it and then stack it. So in 10-acre field, average acre field size is like 8 to 10 acres. It's in that 8 to 10 acres. So I'm doing a lot of turns in there. But in a day, a working day of actually baling hay, I can produce easily 350 to 400 bales. I've gone 450 on many occasions, 450 bales in a day with one machine, chasing a hay rake, and until I generally either run out of hay or the dew sets on and I decide I can't put any more through the baler. Because you got to slow down when it gets damp like that in hay. It'll wrap on the accelerator there. So 450 bales in a day after chasing a rake all day, and there's still a stack wagon behind me, and generally the stack wagon can keep up with one baler in those small situations. But there's a lot of fields, fence rows, and long distances you have to travel to get it to the pile with a 6-bale stack wagon. But for the most part, Timothy can catch up and stay with us pretty much throughout the day with one baler. So that 30,000 bales was like, you know, a baseline. Like, okay, if you want me to do this job, I need at least 30,000 bales of straw to bale to afford to purchase another baler and a new stack wagon. Stack wagon is where I lack in my ability. I just don't have the speed with a 6-bale stack wagon. My goal in the next 5 years would have been to purchase a new or a good used Bale Runner 16K or a mill stack. Mill stack is too complicated. I know a lot of guys said something about a mill stack. It's like, no, it's just too complicated of a machine to purchase it. Not that it's complicated and I can't understand it. It's just the more complicated the machine is, the more likely it is to fail. So simplicity is where I like simplicity, let's put it that way. Simplicity equals longevity and speed. So, because if you've got something that grabs and squeezes, and then it has to come up to the side and then over, and then you come back down to grab it, and then the table has to come up and come back and do all that. It just seems excessive, whereas the Bale Runner 16K, you grab 2, set them, drop, and you're into the 3rd. You're already picking up another bale while those 2 bales are sliding to the back. And I have the HD4 SR, which is a very simple machine. It's run on gravity, whereas the Bale Runner 16K is powered. It has a powered slide. Oh, so simplicity is key for me on that machine. So this thing comes up. They say, yes, Mr. Pandy, we will make a contract for 30,000 bales. Not just 30,000 bales. 30,000 bales is the bar minimum. So that bare minimum of straw coming out of these two Krone balers, I have no doubt that if the straw is in front of me, I can bale no less than 45 to 50,000 bales with these two machines in that 6-week period. You're looking at 6 weeks, 30 plus 15. You know, that's 6 weeks, 7 times 14. But you're looking at 50 days. These balers on a good big fields should easily be able to do over 1,000 bales a day. Easily over 1,000 bales a day. That's no joke. As long as that combine is in front of me, ahead of me, and running, I can bale somewhere around 1,100 to 1,200 bales a day. I had a New Holland baler back in 2003. I purchased, was it fall of 2004, I purchased a BB960, which was a 5-tie New Holland baler. And it had a bale count in there, and they were running 1,400 bales of straw per day through that back in 2004. It was a 2002 model. It was 2 years old. I purchased it in 2004 and made it through 2002, 2003, and 2004 straw. That's what it was. And they were in the records that they had kept. They were doing pretty consistently anywhere from 900 to 1,500 bales per day with that baler. And that was way back then. This baler here is probably 50% faster. So the straw's in front of us. We're not chasing a rake. We're chasing combines. And the guy that's going to be falling short is actually the stack wagon. So that person is going to, whoever's running the stack wagon at the time, is really going to have to hustle. And that stack wagon may run 24/7. It may run 24/7. I'm not sure whether I'm going to put shift work on that one just to keep up to the 2 balers and the 14, 16 hours a day that we'll be running these. Yeah. So when I say calculated risk, I know what I'm going to make at 30,000 bales. I know that 30,000 bales of straw will easily pay my guys. It'll pay the baler, and it'll pay the stack wagon, and it'll pay for the food and everything else that needs to be done down there. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. That's all I can say. It's going to be a lot of fun. If I was a custom operator right now working for dairy farms and was relying on dairy farms to pay for this baler behind me, I probably wouldn't purchase this baler. The dairy industry is like on a downhill slide, and the recovery of it is, I can't see how it's going to happen. But for the composters, composting this product, or even the burners, there you go. This will do it. So this opportunity, I'm going to bring my fans along with me when we're down there. Hopefully I will be able to put up a video a day, whether it's a cell phone video or probably multi-staged cell phone video. You know what I'm saying? I can take video with my cell phone, kind of like the millennial farmer does. He goes through his day when he gets up, he starts a project, he goes through, moves some shit around, talks about what he's doing, and blah, 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 on you go. And that's what you're going to get throughout this operation. If I do get a rainy day, I will upload better footage. Yes, better footage. So anyway, I'm done yammering on. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Do not take foolish risks. Take calculated risks. Make sure that you have a good idea of what you're going to make before you sign your name to a $230,000 machine. It just be smart. You know, if you're a young guy that's never done anything crazy like this, like, oh my God, yeah, I don't even have a contract and I got 2 machines. One's $109,000 and this thing here I got a hell of a deal on it at $162,000 because it's a leftover. But if you buy this machine today, brand new, you're looking at $230,000 bucks. I think it's 230. This one here might be 220, and I think the HDP2 is 245 in that area in Krone. But just be smart. And here's the other thing with this thing. I am looking forward to this coming year to test our abilities and to see if there's room for expansion in the custom operating business and in the Carolinas and beyond, you know. So starting in South Carolina and working our way on up through would be awesome. Producing straw all the way through, you know. So instead of being 6 weeks, we could go to 8 weeks or 9 weeks, you know. And the hay that's here at home here, I can downsize that to the point where I don't have to pull my fucking hair out and say, hey, I've still got 2,000 acres. It's December 2nd, and I got 2,000 acres of hay to make, and I got to wait for it to freeze. That just doesn't excite me. That'll bankrupt you. Water will bankrupt you. A drought year will worry you to death. A wet year will bankrupt you. Just so you know that. And that falls true for bean farmers, corn farmers, wheat farmers, and of course, hay farmers. Yeah, there you go. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe for more. Hopefully you don't get bored with looking at my beautiful green machine that I'm looking so forward to running. I won't be running it today, but yeah, anyway.